Don't blink if you blink. I want a new sofa? Ouch. The fuck? Damn. That's a nice set too. Three for the apartment though. This 2-seater nut tree. Don't blink if you blink. Look, Uncle Tertial. Because the new website having a wonderful day on this 3rd March 26. Look at this. It's like a vacation or some shit. It is 8:25, 8:27, and streets are ghost. Me. So, woke up about 10 minutes ago. Fucking a rough morning, but gotta do what I gotta do, right? Gotta do what I gotta do, and what I gotta do is what I gotta do. So, go to my father's house and have a good time. Just freaking wake up. Freaking woke up in the past because, you know, we're French. And the goal is what? To have a good time. I'm late. Maybe a pissy, but it's fine. Fuck. See? You wake up. I'm getting old, guys. We're getting old. Because I used to be able to wake up and be like, fucking go. Now I'm waking up and like, ugh. Did Jupiter win? I don't know who is Jupiter, but I'm hoping they won. You know, good people. So, you're asking yourself, oh my god. And you're still in a state of slumberino, I like to call it. And oh, ice, be careful, don't slip. But you're Canadian. You've been doing this for so long. Experience of your body versus fatigue of your body. Am I experienced enough to enjoy life? When I am I energetic enough to enjoy life? People spend their whole life working for a pension to travel the world. But guess what? When you're at that level, are you healthy? Have to be careful with that because literally a bit of cash in there. Some cash in there. Freaking missing checks that disappeared in the mail. We're back again. We're back at it again. Possibly $1,000 in here. 1,100. Thought that was a crazy difference for some reason. $1,000 and $1,100. Which it is. Hello. $100 are $100. Okay. But yeah. So I was talking about ice. See? Old enough to be able not to slip when I'm on ice. But too old to be like, I fucking miss my bed, bro. You know? And yes, we have a comfy bed. I just did a place to shout out my bed. Dormez-vous. On St. Catherine, Montreal. These are awesome. And yeah. So, just getting older. I don't know if it's a good thing or not. See, it's a quintessential. When I was younger, I wanted to be older. When I'm older, I want to be younger. For some weird reason, from the age of 20 to 65, there's no in between. You know how that works. You understand? So, the first part of your life, which is cool, which is BB, kindergarten, whatever. Actually, have a daycare if you're lucky. But it's one step. Second step is school. Learning to socialize. Did we birth a functioning human being, just like Punch in the zoo, the monkey with a plushie. The monkey with a plushie writes itself. You know? I'm an outcast. I think getting bullied. You know? What the heck, dude? So, all in all, I'm gonna put this. This is your second part of your life. You go to high school. I have some sort of knowledge of what I'm doing in life. I have some sort of knowledge over, and this is weird because teenage years are the exact same thing as older age. I'm young enough to be naive, right? Not know about life, but old enough to want to be treated like an adult. Yeah? Still got a couple of baby tooth. I'm like, hey, I'm a man. No, dude. You're a kid. You know? And then you're in a rush to grow up. See? Maybe this is the race. The rat race that leads the world. Half your life you spend it wanting to be older, so focused to enjoy your childhood, and the other half you hope that, oh, if I was younger I could do this. You're lost in your freaking mind, you know? So yeah, I mean that is. But then the answer is kind of simple. I'm tired. And again, a lot of shit to do. But now the fear of maybe a human being, maybe aggressive toward my dad. I don't want to, but you know, you're a bit less there. And ultimately, I do feel bad because I'm the asshole that went to his dad, and I'm the asshole that's like, I know that you've been away for 2 hours and you're ready to have a good day, but I'm still not there. Kind of an asshole. Imagine, Zen is also think about functioning member of society. If you wake up later than everybody in the house, if you wake up earlier than everybody in the house, you're kind of not the asshole, but you kind of distance yourself not to be part of the house. Because everybody wakes up at the same time. You know? Everybody wakes up at the same time and like, okay, well, this is the waking up household time. When you were young, or right now, what time did you eat supper? Why? I just feel that you remember. You know? When you start work, or what time you start school. So yeah, so there's not a written schedule, but there is a schedule. And if you follow it, part of a unit, part of a group. And if you don't, you're the pariah. Okay. Thank you for allowing to pass, I guess. As long as these pass. Yeah. I should have taken my time. Give him a red light. Should have taken my time and given him a red light. You want to hunk? You're gonna hunk for 2 minutes maybe? Oh shit, you gave me a red light. Shit. That was nice. Oh, I'm sorry, sir. I wasn't quick enough for you. I have a noise. The karma. For beeping. Hey dude. It's already half. No way. See? Society. Societal norm. Live and let live. Yeah? But people live and learn, I guess. This is one of the gifts this morning. for giving the red light. Oh, I'm happy. Why? Because, you know, okay, back to reality. Your vengeance shall wait, and mankind shall witness your atrocity another day. Today, go to your further house. You mind footer. No, mind Vader. I think that Vader was a father in German. So, if you knew that, if you knew that Vader was father, you had a little bit of a spoiler. It's crazy because I don't know how many people didn't know that Darth Vader was Anakin Skywalker. You know? I watched the movie, the prequel. I knew right away. I didn't know. And I think this is also important as a kid. Do you mind spoiler? Are you just so excited to watch a movie you don't really care? I remember watching shitty movies. Shitty movies. But we had popcorn and it was a movie. It's like, oh heck yeah. You know? And this is how you grow up. You grow up being touched with so little. When you realize, no, maybe I do deserve a second piece of the pie. Maybe I do deserve a second piece of the cake. You know what? I'll have more coffee, thank you very much. I don't know. Old thing is, aging is a weird thing. Aging is a weird thing. See? I'm talking about with Carly, who's 20. No, fuck no. She's 13 years my junior. She's 19, about to be 20 in August. I think it's July, but I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure July. One of those two, man. I don't know, man. But the way she's acting right now, I'm like, you sweet summer child. I have a couple of heartbreak. I have a couple of elections that are corrupted. You see the same way you are. It's a beautiful thing to see. And then, in relationship with that, ergo, in lieu of, I talked about that yesterday. I was watching myself 2 years ago. And this is a crazy subject, but it's amazing. Filming a video. I was so in love. I was so happy. I was so, oh my god. But then, look at today. Much more calm. Much more of a habit to make a video. Much more demure. Now that's crazy. And I'm into craziness, right? But then you realize that it's all a question of mentality. I see myself doing this as a job. So my perception of making content is professional / work related. And then you realize that in every single workplace, when you started, you had this little oomph, this little energy. And then for years, you become comfortable. You become lazy, complacent. Because you take this job for granted. This is the crazy part. You hate this job. You complain about this job. You take it for granted. So you take something you hate for granted. When you realize that, what the fuck am I doing, right? But again, part of society. And with a job, you ultimately aim for a vacation. If you don't like your job, if you do like your job, see, and that's also the thing. There's two types of work. Work that you work where you're needed. People need you. So, for example, a waitress, a cook, you do a service for people, right? And then there's a job that you actually enjoy. And yes, there's crossover. A job that you actually enjoy, you like it so much that you don't feel like work. You don't feel like it's work, right? Now, all cheap people are thinking about this very seriously. Like this job, therefore I want to work. I serve people, therefore I need to work. I'm working a job that I don't like, but I pay the bills. I had this guy come in 2 days ago in my life. And he was like, I don't want to make content, I want to give up. I was like, what do you want to give up? I'm not seeing the results. I'm like, okay, well, what motivates you to make social content? Is it because you like it or to pay the bills? And like, you have to pay the bills. Like, as long as there's no bill paid, you'll never get what's needed, you know? And when you never get what's needed, it's a whole situation of, I'm not looking for this. If I go to the store and I'm looking for apple, but I buy orange, I'm a fucking dumbass. Doesn't mean that orange are not good. And we're here.
S'ils ont besoin de la poire.
Déjeuner du 3 mars. Tu penses que tu vois des clients qui sont assez spéciaux?
Oh, mais il y en a qui.
C'est de la friquette?
Ouais, c'est une salade normale.
Ouais. Ça fait le job. Puis c'est ça ma faire, tu sais. C'est ça ma faire.
Ouais.
Comment ça se passe la tête?
Moi, j'ai des cheveux, j'ai tout le temps dit. Si j'ai des cheveux sur la tête, c'est juste quelque chose de 10 ans après. Grave.
T'as des cheveux qui étaient même assez choyés.
Ouais.
Ça plus tard, là.
Oui.
67, mais ça va 68 bientôt.
Avec le match cassidé, ton certain, il faut que tu le sais pas mal.
Je me répète, mais.
Ça bloque la.
It's your boy Ink. Welcome to show. What a weird place to start a video. I was at my father's show. You had to go to Maxi, and I technically couldn't like film because I told them that I don't make videos anymore. But look this. This is a lot of stuff, my guy. A lot of stuff. But oh my Atlantis. I made a mistake. Went the wrong path. See? I told you. Like a good feeling of the store or the place doing well is the store, how many there is, and how good they're doing. So we just deposited a bunch of checks, which is really good. And that's pretty much it. My father's house, holy, that was amazing. Like, the best time we had in a while. Good conversation. It was in a good mood. Oh, it was just nice, dude. Really, really nice morning with my dad. But now, what's gonna happen is I'm gonna have to do try to sleep. Yeah, my thing is way too full and way too heavy. So it was a really good time. See, I told him I appreciate our conversation, our relationship, and I was like, dude, I'm lucky to be close to my parents like that. And he's like, how much you need? I said, it's a good thing. See, and I hate to say this, but my father's relationship with his father was shit. And that's possibly why our relationship is so good. Because deep down, he's afraid that his relationship with me is going to be the same as it was with his father. You know? Oh my god, it's heavy, guys. But we had a really good morning. And that's a God bless. That's really nice. Really, really nice. Extremely grateful. Extremely lucky. Extremely happy. And then the rest is history. you know? But at the same time, I mean, you know, I'm gonna be having a problem. Holy fuck. I'm out of shape. Look, I got cold hair. Because the cold hair will make me want to go faster. Because it's cold. And I don't want to catch a cold. We're try like this. We're working different muscle group. When I'm tired, get to rest. And then when I did work, get to work. But just like all around, good morning. And this is why, see, making a lot of content is fucking amazing. And I appreciate that. And I love this. And I'm so glad we did one video that we did. But at the same time, I'm in a position where, you know, when I tell you that I don't feel as motivated. I don't feel like it's something that's that important. Look at the white hair. The bunch, bro, it's crazy. Well, this is what I mean. Right now, I had a super good moment from my dad. God bless. But did I feel the need to film it? And the answer is no. The answer is no. You know? So why are we doing this? And at the same time, I'm getting some enjoyment. I think back then there was also a fear. Oh. Love this. Attends, électrique. Et j'ai mon voyage. It's kind of cool. I was like, what the heck is that sound? What thought it was something like, I think it was Zamboni. And yeah, I feel like with a fear that I want to live those moments, but I also want you guys to see those moments. I had a good day, had a good time. I want to share it, you know? And it's a weird place because at first, like, hey, I get to enjoy things, but I also make money out of it, or I also make a possibly good video out of it, right? And then there's this really weird shift that happens. And you know what? I'm gonna be honest with you. It's a very positive thing. It's a very negative thing. So the way it works is you trade this, I enjoy it, and because I need to film it, because I'm reliant and dependent on it, right? That's one. Two, in a position where you're like, fuck, dude, you know, I don't get to enjoy shit, you know? And this is gonna be a fucking exclusive, if you will. I'm in a position right now where I'm not as hungry anymore. I have the passion, but it's not an addiction like it was. I'm still a workaholic, don't get me wrong. But we're working towards rehabilitation, social reinsertion. And the craziest thing, I just had this idea. It just popped into my head. You thought that was ice. It's rock, dude. You need those glasses. So, I'm one position. I'm like, you know what? We're Gucci. I'm in the other position where I'm like, holy shit, dude. Kind of fucked. And then like, why are you fucking? Because imagine if, and this is a crazy statement again, it takes an insane person to do it. Imagine being crazy enough. Imagine if the content was itself the loss of a passion, the loss of a addiction. What if the loss of the obsession of filming all the time was content itself? What is a lack of filming and the healing process with content. And now we go back to 0. Because we're just talking about how I don't need to film anything, right? Everything. And I don't need to film everything, but everything is opportunity for content. Now, ultimately speaking, I have this other problem, which is another great problem to have. Ultimately speaking, you ask yourself, what content do I want to make, right? So everything is content. That doesn't mean that I want to do everything. Understand? Fucking knitting is content. I would be the world's greatest knitter. You want to be a knitter in my life? No. Maybe in 45 years, who knows? I'll be dead. But I will have bought a knitting kit. I'm like, one day, I'm gonna knit. It's the weight. It's not actually the weight that is digging in my skin. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna put the thing here. I go for the best. There you go, much better. So yeah, so you realize that you're like, fuck, you know. Since I don't want to do all the content, what is the good content to do? Now, what is the problem? Because I'm a passionate guy. I feel like I fucking love everything. I swear a lot because we're watching Moses the Jeweler, and you swear is everything is a mazal, everything is a transaction, everything's a business, you know? Change your perception of things. It's like watching The Wolf of Wall Street 7 times in a row. You're gonna start doing cocaine, you know? Doing Quaalude, expired Quaalude. So yeah, so you had this, right? Like, oh wow. Since everything is a passion, because I think it's a passion that I can film everything. There's just a wonderful scene, and it's what I love, which is B99, you know? And the joke, the captain is boring as fuck. So he's going to a painting class, you know? And the joke is that he made a painting of a rock. And the joke is that he gave the main character, Jake Peralta, painting 479 or something like that. Which means that he painted the same rock 480 times. Now, the joke is, this is how boring he is. But then, what if those paintings told a different story? What if those paintings meant a story? What if those paintings were a different way to perceive it? You know? And this is amazing. You find it funny that the guy is that boring, then maybe that guy is just passionate. And because you don't share his passion for rocks, or a specific rock, like, fuck that. But then if you did, this guy would be a genius. You understand? So it's kind of nice. It is nice. I'm in a position where everything is a passion. I just get to live life. And I get to live life with art. And the art that I do isn't for everybody. And my life that I'm living isn't for anybody. But then, if you live your life for other people, then what's the point? Right? Gotta live it for yourself. You know? Yesterday I was talking about this. And the day before. I was complaining and ranting and blah blah blah, you know? Yapping about negative stuff, you know? Am I happy? I am. Could it be better? Yeah. Could it be worse? Yes. Could it be much worse? Absolutely. You know? I was supposed to say it could be much worse. Yes, and then it could be worse, yes. I didn't do a good job. That's all good. So, I'm in this position where kind of in the middle of a fuck, dude. You know? I have a good life. Maybe that's enough. Maybe making content was something I was looking for. Filling a void. Making content was a voice. Something to do. Out of boredom. And maybe I don't have that need anymore. Maybe I'm healed. But then maybe, you know what? Maybe also, maybe I can enjoy making content. You know what I ask myself? I actually said to the camera, When is the last time that I enjoyed making a video? Right now we're enjoying ourselves. Which is not true because we're playing Borderlands and I'm fucking here for 3 months, but I'm playing Resident Evil 4. It's just amazing. I'm playing live and it's fucking amazing. Maybe the bigger picture is enjoying yourself. Maybe the bigger picture is not doing as much, but doing something that's worth more. People say quality over quantity. Maybe quality comes from enjoying yourself. I don't know. I don't know. These all thoughts. Anyway, I'm home. Love you guys. Take it easy. Bye.